Big Bro, Big Kevo, hosting Chicago Cubs and Chicago White Sox Central. It's me by myself tonight. Pac-Man has some things to take care of. I got an early day tomorrow myself, but I did not want to allow this game to come to an end without talking to you guys about what occurred. We had the White Sox playing game 2 of a 4-game series between the world champion Houston Astros. It was a good one. I'm not going to front. It was a good game. The White Sox had the game in control in the 6th inning until Lance Lynn, you know how it is with pitchers. They threw that one pitch that just shouldn't have been the pitch they threw. And it changed the course of the game. But we're going to get into all of that tonight. Hope everybody's doing good. I'm your host, Big Bro, Big Kev, whatever you want to call me. This is the Chicago White Sox and Chicago Cubs Central, Chicago Baseball Central show. And I'm excited to talk to you guys about game 2 of 161. Was it 162? Game 2 of 162. In the new age of baseball, the rules definitely came into play tonight with pitchers. Basically, that Lance Lynn pitch that he gave up in the 6th inning that led to a 2-run home run that kind of started the rally by the Houston Astros was basically because, you only got a few seconds to get your mind right and throw the pitch. And he left a pitch out there for them to go ahead and knock out. And it turned into, man, another situation later with the bases loaded. Houston hit a 3-run double to take the lead, and that pretty much did it. The White Sox fall to the Houston Astros 6-3 in game 2 of the season. So the game started off well. Tim Anderson, he scored the first run. And Javier was out there doing his thing too for Houston. His four-seam fastball had a little bit of movement on it. Looked pretty good. Actually looked like a slider a little bit to me, but he was placing that thing. But Lance Lynn, he got into a bases-loaded situation in the 2nd inning and got out of it. He pitched out of it. He struck out a batter, and then he forced another pop out. And from there, from with a 1-0 run, 1-0 run lead, 1-0 run lead, the White Sox basically just kept that all the way until the 6th inning when the White Sox put 2 more runs on the board with first with Eloy Jimenez with an RBI double and then Moncada with another RBI double, and it took Javier out the game. But right in the bottom of the 6th inning, Lance Lynn gave up a 2-run homer, and he ended up getting knocked out of the game as well. Jimmy Lambert came into the game in relief, and the 7th inning looked promising until Houston, one of their players, I can't think of their name, but they made an incredible catch to kind of rob the White Sox of extra bases, and it would have. Pardon me, real quick. One of my alarms. I'm older, so I got alarms for everything. But anyhow, they robbed the White Sox of extra bases hit, and it would have led to the White Sox scoring. Would have put the White Sox back up 4-2. But you know how baseball goes. Sometimes things just don't go the way you want it to go. It led to the White Sox getting out of that inning without scoring. Graveman came into the game and he gave up a single on the first pitch, but the very next batter hit into a 6-4-3 double play. But then he ended up walking the bases loaded because his four-seam fastball was just so erratic. Like it was all over the place. It was almost like he was nervous um, even before the bases were loaded. So it just wasn't a good look. It wasn't a good outing from Graveman tonight. But he'll bounce back. You got to as a pitcher. Got to put it in the back of your mind. Um, Diekman came in relief, and he was the one that gave up the 3-run double right off the wall. White Sox kind of had an opportunity to get that inning over. The left fielder didn't play a base or a base hit correctly off the bat, and it ended up leading to that 3-run double play. To that 3-run double, I'm sorry, and then the fastball right down the middle is what Diekman threw. I don't know what he was thinking. He better off walking a run in and throwing a fat fastball right down the middle. In relief, Abreu just came in and My man's a slider. It was just baffling the White Sox. Them boys were swinging that balls in the dirt, inside on the in the dirt, almost like they were guessing maybe a curveball or a fastball. But that slider just had them looking like fools, complete fools out there, and they really couldn't mount any rally late in the ninth inning. Of course, Tim Anderson got on base, but that was about as far as the White Sox could go. It looked like they had an opportunity to at least make it interesting, but they fell short tonight. So tomorrow, White Sox got to just go ahead and forget about this one and get the win tomorrow. So y'all know how baseball go. I'm not going to be here all night inundating you with stats and all those things. I'm just going to say that the White Sox have an opportunity to get this win tomorrow night. I'm about to go ahead and watch this NCAA women's Final Four game between the South Carolina Gamecocks and the Iowa Hawkeyes. Iowa's up 51 to 45, and South Carolina is the number one team in the country at 36-0. But uh, Iowa has, one of the greatest players to ever play, young Caitlin out there doing her thing and keeping Iowa in the lead right now. So, man, the White Sox losers tonight, 6-3 versus Houston. But I do have to say, they played a pretty good baseball game up until the late innings. Obviously, that matters. But they're playing really good baseball against the defending AL Central and MLB champions. Tim Anderson had a good game today. He's still batting 500 for the season. He went 1 for 2. Luis Robert had a pretty decent game as well. Uh, Benintendi did all right. He had a hit. He scored a run. Eloy Jimenez had 2 doubles tonight, so shout out to him. Moncada had an RBI double as well to go along with Eloy Jimenez and Gavin Sheets, who started for some reason as opposed to Vaughn. I'm not sure what's going on there. Yasmani Grandal, man, Sheets didn't do anything. 0 for 0, zero everything. Yasmani Grandal had a hit, and then Elvis Andrews also had a hit. Whereas, of course, Astros, Jose Pena had a hit. Bregman did not. He did get a walk though, and 3 walks scored tonight, by the way, from Houston, and that was pretty much the difference in the game, showing that even though it's early, the White Sox have no business walking batters, extending innings, and things of that nature. So there you have it. My bad. Tonight, White Sox lose the game 6-3. They are now 1-1, but they are competing against the Houston Astros. So shout out to you guys. Appreciate you for rocking with us. Make sure you like and follow Chicago White Sox and Chicago Cubs Central. I'm your host, Big Bro, Big Kev. We got a lot in store for you guys this season, so just bear with us as we get everything together. Peace out. We'll see you guys tomorrow.